How's it going, everyone? I'm here with a very special review for you guys today. If you did not know, yesterday WWE released their newest DVD release, and this release was very big and very special for a lot of reasons. One being the fact that this DVD came out just a little over a week of the 1-year anniversary of his death. And the DVD, of course, as you guys can see, you can actually see the trilogy of the DVDs that he has. But this review will be for Ultimate Warrior Always Believe DVD set. I have all of his DVDs here on here. And you guys can see, the Self-Destruction of the Ultimate Warrior, Ultimate Warrior The Ultimate Collection, as well as Ultimate Warrior Always Believe. So these are the 3 DVDs that he has. And to be perfectly honest, if you have all 3 of these DVDs, you pretty much have the complete set of the Ultimate Warrior. Just pretty much anything and everything about him you have right here. The Self-Destruction, the Ultimate Warrior DVD is pretty much a DVD that, they pretty much bury him and, throw him under the bus and, say a lot of negativity towards him. But then, you'd think you shouldn't have that if you're a Warrior fan because it trashes him, but it also kind of, it really plays well into the Ultimate Collection and Always Believe because he brings it up and how much that DVD, hurt his feelings. So even though it's negative towards him, it really plays a huge factor into the next 2 installments of his DVDs. So that's very good. So I do have reviews for those 2 up already. If you guys want to check it out, I have the Self-Destruction of the Ultimate Warrior DVD as well as the Ultimate Collection. So DVD reviews for those will be in the comments. I'll actually put in the comments as well as the annotations, so you guys can go watch those if you haven't, if you want to go see those before I watch this one. But yeah, I just want to point those out, that these 2 really, all these DVDs together, honestly, they fit so well together as an ultimate, like a complete set, and they very much really complement each other. And if you're a huge Ultimate Warrior fan like myself, then you want to have all 3 of these because they really, like I said, they really complement each other well. Especially the last 2, the Ultimate Collection as well as this one. You definitely want to have those 2 together. But yeah, those were the little intro right here for this video. Here's the DVD itself right there, as you guys can see. When you buy this DVD, you actually get this nice poster. It's basically the same exact as the cover, but it's a nice blown up version, and it has, Always Believe, and it has, the year that he lived and the year that he passed on here. So it's a very cool poster to have, to put on your wall or whatever. They're actually selling bigger versions of this exact poster at the Superstore at WrestleMania. I was going to buy it, but, kind of happy I didn't buy it now because I would have gotten it regardless with the DVD. So without further ado, let's jump into the DVD itself. Here. Alright. As you guys can see, here's a cover. You got Ultimate Warrior right there. Nice picture of him, or like a drawing of him. Always Believe. Awesome cover right here. It fits him well. I know he's a huge drawer and he's huge in his own comic and everything. So I thought the cover fit very well. I thought it was an awesome cover. You go to the spine, look at that nice picture of him from the epic jacket picture of him. Ultimate Warrior. If you know the jacket I'm talking about, that's the picture that's on it. Ultimate Warrior Always Believe. So that's what it'll look like on the spine. On here, you have some nice pictures of him as well, right there, of his final appearance on Raw, holding the mask. Him right there. Him and Sergeant Slaughter. Him running the ropes. I think Isaac Yankum, Kane. You want to wait to achieve greatness. You want to savor what it is to be one of a kind. It's real simple. Think original. Act original, be original. Ultimate Warrior, Always Believe. After a long period of exile from sports entertainment, the ferocity and energy of Ultimate Warrior makes his long way to return to WWE. Following the homecoming of the Warrior, as he prepares for his induction into the 2014 WWE Hall of Fame, reunites with WWE legends, and reflects on his historic career in this never-before-seen documentary. This set also features Ultimate Warrior's most memorable matches and moments spanning his early days in world-class championship wrestling to his rise to stardom in WWE. This collection encapsulates the spirit of the Ultimate Warrior and shows what his actions in and outside the ring inspires the WWE Universe to always believe. You open it up, you have some amazing artwork right here. Just look at how awesome this artwork is. You got that picture of him right there. Just awesome, awesome, awesome artwork. And when you open it up, here's what the inside looks like. You have, of course, the epic quote right there with the picture of him from the promo. Every man's heart one day beats its final beat. His lungs breathe their final breath. And if what that man did in his life makes the blood pulse through the bodies of others and makes them believe deeper in something larger than life, then his essence, his spirit, will be immortalized. Ultimate Warrior. Awesome promo. And here's what it looks like. Here's a disc. And here's behind disc goddamn 1. Here's a documentary. So if you want to pause it and read it, go ahead. And here's disc 2. They actually, there's 21 matches on disc 2, which is crazy that they fit that many matches on it. But then again, it is the Ultimate Warrior. No disrespect to him, but he didn't have very long matches. So there are all the matches on disc 2. And behind disc, that was matches on disc 2. That was just behind disc 1. Behind disc 2, it just had the Always Believe logo right there. And then behind disc 3, you have the listing for disc 3, which is there's all promos. You can't get enough Warrior promos. Entire disc dedicated to him. So yeah, that's what it'll look like when you open it up and look in the inside and everything. But before we get started, I really want to, I know I said in the beginning of this video that, you know, the other two sets really complement this, but honestly, if you're buying this, at least really, you know, have the Ultimate Collection as well, because the Ultimate Collection perfectly complements this set, just because, you know, the matches on here aren't the best matches. You know, they're very short, they're just a lot of jobber matches, so the matches aren't great by any means. There's probably only a few matches I honestly liked, maybe one or two. I mean, it was, you know, some of the matches were fun, but the majority of it was just like, you know, they totally just randomly found these matches and threw it on here. Mainly because all of this great stuff are on the Ultimate Collection set, so I highly recommend, you know, if you're gonna buy one of these sets, get both of them, you know, because they both complement each other perfectly. It's kind of like a Volume 1 and Volume 2. This is the documentary, and that's like the greatest hits, so definitely pick up both if you haven't got both. If you're planning on getting one of them, you know, get both of them while you're at it, because they perfectly mesh well, and they perfectly complement each other, and it's just, it's the way to go, in my opinion. So definitely get both if you're trying to get one, or if you have one, get the other one. But that's just my opinion. But this DVD set, just, you know, I think the main reason for people buying this is documentary. Like I said, the matches on here aren't very good. They're just quick jobber matches. And, you know, some of them are fun, but the majority of it's just like whatever, because all the greatest stuff they put on the Ultimate Collection. You have a disc full of promos, which, you know, I don't think anyone will really sit and watch all of it in one sitting. I think it's more of a disc to watch when you're in the mood for some Warrior promos. But the documentary, hour and 38 minutes, and, you know, incredible. I honestly love the documentary. A lot of the footage of it was rehashed from, you know, his interview from the Ultimate Collection, and, you know, interviews from people from the Ultimate Legend documentary that they put on the network after he passed. But it meshed very well. I thought the documentary was very good. I don't think there's a lot of information that, you know, you probably haven't heard or you know, especially if you've seen the first two DVDs. The documentary from Self-Destruction and his interviews from the Ultimate Collection. So a lot of it's just rehashing and kind of just refreshing your memory on a lot of things. But just the emotion in this, and the way it's put together, was so well done. It started off with a fantastic opening by Dana Warrior, his wife. Very emotional, I don't want to say promo, but it was a promo. She was with a very emotional promo that was very well done. You know, pretty much thanking everyone, you know, telling how much Warrior meant and how much this DVD is going to mean. And this DVD had a very nice flow to it. You know, of course they talked about how he got into wrestling, you know, started teaming with Sting, and, you know, at the Blade Runners and whatnot. And now he got discovered in WCCW as the Dingo Warrior, and then, you know, eventually Vince checked him out, and then he came to WWE, changed his name to the Ultimate Warrior, and just, you know, just pretty much his rise from there. Like I said, if you've seen, you know, the documentary from Self-Destruction, or if you've watched his network special or his Ultimate Collection DVD, you've heard a lot of this already. But there's just, I think the best part about this documentary is, like, just they really expose how good of a person he was. I know he's honestly misunderstood by a lot of people, you know, because he's always honest, and he's just, you know, he doesn't, what he believes he goes for. He doesn't, you know, try and let people tell him to do. He does what he feels is right. Not saying that everything he's ever done was completely right, but, you know, at least that's how he felt, and he was honest about it. I think the best part about it was just his family input, and, you know, I love the fact that, you know, they showed how much his family meant to him. I thought it really brought out a better aspect on him, you know, seeing how much his family meant to him. I know in the Hall of Fame speech that he mentioned that, you know, being his, you know, the father to his 2 children will be the coolest things ever done in his entire life. But, like, you know, hearing the things that he's done and the things that he did for his kids, like on their birthdays, he'd always write them handwritten cards and do a drawing of like a family photo or whatever for them. And just the things that he was this amazing human being, an amazing father. And I love seeing that aspect and that side of him in this documentary. And like I said, they just briefed over his career. You know, I'm not going to go over everything on here just because, like I said, you know, if you've seen the DVDs and the network special, you pretty much know what's on here. But just the way it was formatted and put together, like how they would, you know, they inserted clips from WrestleMania 30 weekend, you know, for the Hall of Fame. Like, they'd talk a segment about him, you know, meeting Vince for the first time, and then they'd show the clip of him, you know, meeting up with Vince during WrestleMania weekend. So, like, they would take clips, what they're talking about, and, like, whatever was relevant to it during WrestleMania weekend, they'd put in the documentary. Like, you know, how, you know, he's talking about him dropping the title, the Slaughter for Hogan, and then they'd show the clip of, you know, him meeting up with Slaughter at WrestleMania 30 weekend. So that was really cool of them to do that, and put the things like that to make it kind of full circle. So I really enjoyed that, but just like I said, this documentary is very heartfelt, especially towards the end of it. Definitely got emotional. You had his daughters and wives reading these letters they wrote for him after he passed for this DVD, and it's just, it's honestly like the best way I can put this. I know I'm just repeating myself, but it really is so emotional. It really invested you into it, and it's so well put together. I can honestly say this is the most emotional documentary I think I've seen from them. Just, you honestly felt emotionally invested into it, and you felt for, you know, not just him, but for his family. You felt for Vince, you know, felt for anyone that was pretty much involved in it, that really had a lot of things to say about him or his family. And, you know, the Savage one from last year, that came out this past November, was very emotional, but I would say it's tops it, you know, not only just because he was actually involved in it, you know, the footage they had before he passed away, but just the input of his family and the stories, and, you know, just the man that he was really makes this documentary and makes it very, very special, and I really, really enjoyed it. Hour and 38 minutes, like I said, so it's very well done, and they had some cool footage too of, you know, when Warrior's family visited the Smoothie King Center, I think it's called, whatever the center is in New Orleans that hosted Raw in the Hall of Fame last year. When they went for that, they went there for Raw this past January. It was actually my 19th birthday, January 12th, so it was pretty cool seeing my birthday in his documentary. But when they show them going there to pretty much, you know, this is where everything happened with him, I thought it was really cool to see, you know, like Madigan really getting into it, getting into wrestling, you know, wrestling and tying in the ring, you know, hanging out with the people backstage. So it was really cool input, you know, some cool behind the scenes things, and just, I thought this was completely well done, put together. Definitely must buy for anyone, not just Ultimate Warrior fans, just any wrestling fans. I think this is a must see. You get a lot of input, you get a lot of behind the scenes, and you get a lot of emotions out of this, and that's exactly what I think was needed for this documentary. Like I said, though, you know, if you've seen the other 2 DVDs, including the network special, you've seen a lot of it, a lot of this documentary, but there's, like I said, a lot of cool stuff that was put into it, and a lot of, you know, I really liked, one thing I really liked as well is they put a lot of different family photos in this DVD. I know it's kind of just, you know, a little thing, but little things like that make things, in my opinion, just, the way it's formatted, the way it's presented, absolutely amazing. Definitely a must-have, in my opinion. But that's pretty much all I can say for this DVD. Like I said, I really enjoyed it. You know, I'm Ultimate Warrior Mark, and I love the guy, and, you know, it sucks that he had to pass as soon as he did. But this really invests in emotion, and really captures your emotions in this. So definitely go pick it up. Available on DVD or Blu-ray, whatever you want to get, you can go ahead and get it. Recommend getting the other 2 DVDs as well. I know the Self-Destruction of the Ultimate Warrior DVD is kind of hard to find nowadays. Not too expensive though. I think you can get it for like $15 or $20 used, which sounds kind of expensive, but you know what, it's out of print, it's kind of hard to find. So, in the Ultimate Collection DVD, definitely recommend getting that as well too. So, thank you guys for watching this DVD review. Hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys went out and bought this DVD set, and just hope you guys got it and enjoyed it and whatnot. So, I thank you guys for tuning in, and until next time, I'll see you guys later, and don't forget to always believe.